The 2024 Lexus RC. This is most likely going to be your last chance at getting an old school Lexus coupe before they go all EV and they stop making these things altogether. I'm of course going to talk about towards the end of this video if this car is worth its price tag or if you should consider other options that are much more affordable, but I'll save that towards the end. For right now, let's talk about what's new for the 2024 RC. All right, Lexus safety system 2.5 plus is going to be standard for all of the RCs. All right, the cloudburst gray color is going to be available to select, and the RCF track edition now gets ultra white, cloudburst gray, and caviar as new exterior color options. And if you go with the F Sport versions of the RC, you now have newly available 19-inch Enkei wheels to choose from as well. But that's pretty much it for all of the changes on the 2024 RC and RCF. These vehicles should go on sale towards the end of this year. We're already in October, so probably November or December. And let's briefly talk about the powertrains. You start out with the RC300, which comes with a 2-liter twin-scroll turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, putting out 241 horsepower and 258 pounds-feet of torque. It's going to be mated to an 8-speed automatic. In the past, I've always said that it's best if you just avoid this vehicle altogether, but of course, many owners come out and they express their love for this. I'm assuming a lot of those people haven't tried the V6. So I always take what owners say with a grain of salt. But in my opinion, I think the reason you go for one of these RC products, especially right now, is to get the old school naturally aspirated V6 engines and the V8 engines. That's what sets these products apart, because if you just want to get a turbo 4-cylinder, you can go anywhere and get that. But I will say, since this is the 2024, they probably made some improvements and enhancements to this engine to make it feel smoother and to respond quicker. At least I would hope, because sometimes these manufacturers, they will make changes to a vehicle without them publicly informing journalists or consumers. So hopefully they improved it. Anyway, you move on to the RC300 all-wheel drive. Now here you do get the naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6, but it's going to be really detuned, and it's only going to make 260 horsepower and 236 pounds-feet of torque, made it to the 6-speed auto. And for those of you wondering, both the 6-speed automatic and the 8-speed automatic, they're both fine. I enjoy driving both transmissions. That's not really an issue, but really the model that you want is the RC350, which comes with 311 horsepower and 280 pounds-feet of torque. Again, this is that high output 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6, and this has both direct and port fuel injection. If you go with the all-wheel drive RC350, you get the 6-speed auto. If you go with the rear-wheel drive RC350, you get the 8-speed automatic. I definitely recommend going with the F Sport model because you can option in the Torsen limited slip rear differential. A rear-wheel drive RC350 can do 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. The all-wheel drive version will do it in 6 seconds. The Ford Maverick I tested last week can do 0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds. This is why nobody likes this brand and these vehicles, because these Lexus products truly suck on paper. When a small economy Ford pickup truck is able to keep up, or in some cases even dust, this performance Lexus coupe, I won't lie, that is a bit sad. But if you've been following my channel, you know that I do genuinely love these cars, and I've always told you that cars like this always transcend the spec sheet. Okay, that V6 engine, it is glorious. I love listening to it. That sound tube, that induction tube, it sounds incredible. It has character, and that's something that the piece of paper can never illustrate to you. The only way you can understand that is if you drive it for yourself. However, after many years of testing vehicles, driving hundreds of vehicles, and posting videos on YouTube for the past over half a decade now, I've noticed that if some people go out and drive the product, they still won't get it. Because not everybody has a soul. You'll be surprised. You can put some of these people in an F-150 and you can put them into a Ferrari, and they'll say, what's the difference? They both drive the same. There's a lot of people like that in this world that have zero discernment when it comes to driving or understanding the nuances of driving. They don't pick up on these fine granular details, and they don't resonate with the vehicle. They don't pay attention to the engine noises and the connection. A lot of people, they don't get it. That's why many people, they just go strictly off of the spec sheet. And to those people, I just tell them to go straight towards the European products. They will give you what you're looking for. But for the flesh and blood human beings out there, these are fun to drive products. I do like this engine. And of course, you can step it up to the RCF, which comes with that 5-liter V8 with 472 horsepower, and that can do 60 in 4.2 seconds. And you can also get the track edition for like $100,000, which I do not recommend, at least brand new. But Lexus says that that can do it in 3.9 seconds. But fine, all right. I've already told you multiple times, I love these cars. I love the way they look. I love the way they drive. So what's my problem with it? Well, I only have one problem, and that is the price of these vehicles and the lack of deals and the lack of availability, quite frankly. If you go on Car Gurus, as of right now, October 2023, there is only 11 RCFs available for sale, 2 or 3 of which are 2022 models, believe it or not. And there's less than 300 RC300s and RC350s available for sale throughout the country. So availability is scarce. The ability to get one in the spec that you want and to get it at a good deal, that's also pretty much non-existent with these vehicles. So what do I tell people instead? Well, I always told people to just go out and get the new Lexus IS 350 or the new IS 500. However, so many people have an issue with me saying that. I never understood why. There's something about this RC where common sense and logic just completely escape people. I'm not sure why that is. I love my audience. I love the people watching this channel. I'm trying to look out for you. And I can't believe a lot of people can't see that, but I'm just trying to show people where you can get pretty much the exact same driving experience for way less money. I'm just trying to look out for you. I'm on the side of the consumer here. There is no profit in me telling you this, but I am, because once again, I love the people watching me. Okay, I built an RC350. I didn't go crazy with the options, just got a few nice things. It ended up being $56,000. I built an IS350 F Sport rear-wheel drive that came out to around $50,500. You are saving $6,000 with the IS, which still looks hot, which still looks amazing, drives literally the same. And not to mention, there is a broker called AutoCompanion who's offering like 10 or 11% off MSRP. That's an additional $5,000 off of that vehicle. And if you lease the new IS, you get an additional $1,000 in lease credits. So you're getting like $6,000 off, and leasing the vehicle, the current interest rate on the lease as of October 2023 is only 2.3%. Now, I am talking about the 2023 Lexus IS here. Leasing programs change every month, so do the incentives. But as of right now, this is not an insignificant amount of money here. I'm showing people ways on how to save thousands of dollars with these vehicles. This is life-changing stuff, but when I show people this, they just dislike and then they quietly unsubscribe from the channel. It is remarkable to me. I mean, whatever, it is what it is. Do whatever makes you happy. I have a personal conviction to help as many people as I possibly can. So I'm going to keep preaching this. I don't care what anybody thinks. And when I went on the Lexus website to build a RCF, that came out to be just a tad under $80,000. That is nuts. A IS 500 F Sport, pretty much fully loaded, is around $63,000. That is a $17,000 delta between the two cars. Folks, this is not an insignificant amount of money. And people keep telling me about the transmission coolers and the oil coolers, you know, things that literally have zero impact on your daily drivability of the vehicles. These are the argument points that I see in the comment section when I bring up this $17,000 delta between the two cars. If you really love the RC that much and you see one on a dealership lot, definitely ask the general manager at the store that has the RC that you want, definitely ask for a $5,000 discount. Otherwise, I would not touch these vehicles because you need that discount, man. You absolutely do in order to purchase one of these cars. But if you want an RCF, these things are not good value right now. I did a full buyer's guide video explaining why the RCF is not a good value proposition, new or used. However, if you really want a new-ish RCF, consider picking up a certified pre-owned track edition for around $80,000. So do your due diligence, try to find a 2022 or a 2023 RCF track edition. Again, certified pre-owned from Lexus. That way you get a decent warranty and 2 years of free maintenance coverage. And I think that's probably the best value if you want to buy an RCF right now. I've said everything I wanted to say. I'm just trying to protect the consumer, especially in this ridiculous market. I'm just trying to point people in the right direction. Hopefully you can appreciate that. And if you do, consider liking and subscribing. But that's everything that's new for 2024 and the deals that you can expect to get. Obviously the deals are going to be with the 23s as of right now during the recording of this video. But thanks again for watching. Take care. Goodbye.